All Eventide Stompboxes have MIDI capability. There's a MIDI port in and out on the side here, and a lot of guitar players may not know what MIDI is actually for, but it is actually very helpful for a few different things, and it's not as complicated as you may think. One thing that you can do with MIDI is you can sync one Eventide Stompbox to another via MIDI clock. First, you'll need a MIDI cable. It looks like this. It has 5 pins, and what you want to do is connect the MIDI in on one pedal to the MIDI out of another pedal. The pedal that has the MIDI out is going to be the master pedal. So once you have the two Stompboxes connected with a MIDI cable, the next step is to go into the system mode and assign the appropriate settings. In this case, we want the master to control the MIDI clock of the slave. So first, go into the system mode of the master pedal. This is done by holding the right foot switch and the encoder button for a few seconds. Okay. Then turn the encoder knob till you see MIDI. Press the encoder button to enter the MIDI menus, and then turn the encoder button until you see clock out. Press the encoder button to enter that menu and turn that to on. And exit system mode by the same way you entered. Hold the right foot switch and the encoder button down. So we've just set MIDI clock out to be on the master. The next step is to set MIDI clock in to be on for the slave pedal. So on this pedal, you go into system mode, turn the encoder knob to the MIDI menu, press the encoder knob button to enter, and then turn the encoder knob until you see clock in. There we go. Press the encoder button and turn clock in to on. And now you can exit system mode. Alright. So if I press the tap tempo foot switch on the master, you will see that the slave pedal automatically sets its tempo to what I'm tapping in here. And that's how you can sync two Eventide Stompboxes tempos together. So if you want to sync more than two Stompboxes together, you can do that. You need another MIDI cable. So plug that into the out through port of your first slave pedal, and then the other end to the in of the next pedal, like that. And just like we did on this one, we want to set the MIDI clock in to on this pedal. So we scroll to the MIDI menu, enter that by pressing the encoder button, scroll to MIDI clock in, turn that on. Alright. Now there's one more step that you have to do when you're chaining more than one MIDI device. On these Stompboxes, you have to set the MIDI out port to through. So you do that by going into system mode, and in the MIDI menu, scroll till you see Output. Enter that menu by pressing the encoder button and change it from transmit to through. Now, you can do this with as many Stompboxes that you want. You just have to make sure that every additional device is coming out the through port. And now, when I press the tap button on the master, every device in the chain will follow that tempo.